Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy. I'm here to do a collective full moon reading. We're using the Modern Witch Tarot today. I just want to see what type of energies are, coming into fullness, into full bloom with this full moon energy. What has been kind of like in the works in the past month, and what we are going to see coming up in the future because of this moon phase. We're going to do mini readings in this collective reading today. I don't feel like doing a situation spread that I normally do for everybody, for all the zodiac signs anyway. So we'll look at individual categories of the human experience, and we'll see what common tangents we all have. Keep in mind, some of the messages may resonate with you, some of them may not. But let's get into this. We're going to start with the root chakra, which talks about wealth and health. And we'll go from there. So what's going on with wealth? Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. Maybe we're in a dire financial situation. Maybe you're feeling as if you're feeling taken advantage of or betrayed when it comes to money. Maybe there's been a lot of overthinking and emotional overwhelm when it comes to money and wealth. Ooh, definitely. With the Nine of Swords here, there could be guilt, regrets, fears, heavy regrets, wishing you didn't do something or wishing that you could have done something differently. It may feel like you missed an opportunity to, like maybe you didn't handle something the right way. Maybe you didn't take advantage of an opportunity when you could have, or maybe you spent money a different way than you would have spent it now. And it's, the reality of the situation is you're going to dig yourself out of this hole. It's going to get better. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But this is a low point, we have the Empress here, as the last card for this little mini spread. So, the central theme here is abundance, and it also talks about self-worth and self-value. Are we spending money because we feel like we're trying to fill some form of lack? Or are we spending money because we have like some type of belief that we don't spend it, we're not going to have it come in? The Empress is inherently abundant. She is also an empress. Like, she follows rules, she follows guidelines, she listens to financial advice. She, when it comes to birthing new projects or trying to grow new things, she listens to all the right advice, and then she also understands that the magic comes from within her and the wealth comes from within her. So it has to be in alignment with her desires, with her passion. So it's a mix. It's not just one little thing that's going to improve your financial situation. It's kind of like all-encompassing with the Empress, when it comes to wealth and this full moon. I would say a few things that I've highlighted in this reading are, making sure you listen to the right financial advice, using common sense, as well as knowing that, knowing your worth, knowing your value, and saving up for things when you want to have it, like preparing, nesting, knowing that you have to kind of set the stage first in order for the play to begin. the Empress can't rush. She's actually quite leisurely, because she knows that in the time when she has to act and there is a climax to the experience, or there's a pressure point, or it's just time to, do the final push, she can do that. But it's all about like gathering strength, gathering reserves, building up wealth, So that's what I'm getting for the wealth category. Even though we had those dark and gloomy cards here and we feel like we're making mistakes around money and missing opportunities and all of that, there is like inherent wealth within you, and that's an important message to remember. All right, let's take a look at health, messages for health. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm kind of getting from that some of us are wishing we took care of ourselves better. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So you could be concerned about the health of a family or the health of a business. It's kind of a financial card, but we have the Four of Wands here, which does talk about family, home, and hearth. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which talks about, people who we interact with when we're going about the work that we're doing, or our friendships, our family members, our bonds. It's a togetherness with all these three cards. We have the Knight of Wands here, reverse, which can talk about an inability to participate, or feeling weak, feeling lazy, feeling low energy. And then we have the Three of Wands here in the middle of the reading. I would say when it comes to health, it's all about setting goals for yourself and improving your home life, improving your lifestyle, and not overcommitting, I think that might be what we're talking about with health today. Like, there might be a lot of obligations, there might be a lot of contracts or people or groups of obligations and all that stuff. But you may be feeling resistant, lazy, or unable to do certain things, and it's because your health has deteriorated in some way. And this can be mental health or physical health, emotional health. I do feel like you have the goals in mind that you want to set for your health. But there's like a hole in the plan, and that hole seems to be trying to, like, being stretched too thin, being pulled in multiple directions, not knowing, having to consume things on the go, having to eat quick food and take shortcuts, and not able to keep a routine or anything like that, And whenever you're trying to work towards your health goals, it feels kind of last minute or a second thought, So I guess when you are envisioning what your health goals look like in your life and how to prioritize them and make everything else work, try to ease back on the obligations, try to prioritize yourself, right? All right. So that's kind of like the root chakra energy. We'll move on to the sacral chakra, which is all about emotions and passion. So we'll look at emotions. What's going on for emotions with the collective around this full moon? Oh gosh. Did not want to shuffle. Let's try that again. There we go. So what's going on for the collective with emotions? Oh, we've got that Nine of Swords back again. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Ace of Swords. And in the middle of the reading, we have the Five of Cups. You know, boundaries and communications need to happen when it comes to your emotions, because it may feel like your emotions are being riled up, or you may be under a certain level of stress and worry that maybe you can't do something on your own. Maybe feeling like you have to depend on other people emotionally right now, and maybe that's scary. Maybe that's not what you want to do. But we do need people's help. We do need to depend on each other. And if that's not working in your current situation or your current relationships, at the very least we can do is try to communicate that. And then it might open up a wound. It might open up a conversation that gets a bit triggering or off track, or a challenging conversation, because emotions are challenging, and they kind of ripple out, and people can feel it even before it's expressed, and defenses are put up and all of that. So I would say the overall message here is honor and communicate your emotions and feelings, but also try to not focus on them or stress or overthink or worry too much about how you may need to depend on certain people right now with that Nine of Pentacles reversed. Maybe your financial situation isn't where it needs to be for you to feel like you can be more independent. Okay. We'll look at passion. We'll look at passion. What's going on for passion for the collective around this full moon? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, the Hermit, and in the middle of the reading is the Sun. So this is our passion, the collective passion around the full moon. Wow, there's some excitement, some enthusiasm, some optimism right in the middle of the reading with that Sun. Choosing to turn towards the light, the warmth of a relationship. Realizing that relationships can catch us by surprise. There can be unexpected feelings. There could be unexpected passion when it comes to love, and you may be coming out of a time where you were very isolated, or not making those connections, or kind of keeping yourself at a distance from people. But it seems to be that someone could be feeling very passionate towards you, or you could start to feel optimistic and hopeful about the future for someone else. And yeah, so when it comes to passion, it's about love really in this spread today. We have that King of Cups here with the Sun. Like, there's some emotional maturity here and compatibility and understanding, which is the great feeling when you find that, you know. Um, Someone may be trying to help you get out of your hermit mode, or maybe you're trying to help somebody else get out of their hermit mode, and it looks promising. All right. When it comes to your goals, because passion doesn't always have to be about love, I would say this spread is not really talking about that today. Actually, it's kind of talking about like prioritizing love in your life. Like, if you're wondering how to find more passion in a relationship dynamic or more passion in your life in general, I think it's all about how you appreciate the love and how you want to show up in love and relationships, and in some ways try new things or try to bring back some old things that you did before that will show that warmth, that light, that love. And then the passion will build again. It takes a push sometimes. Okay. So we've talked about health and wealth. We've talked about passion and emotions. Let's look at the solar plexus, which can talk about your purpose. Okay. What's going on for the collective purpose right now? We have the Swords, the Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Four of Wands reverse. In the center of the reading, we have the Page of Cups. Okay. Some of you may be feeling emotionally distracted, or maybe even feel like kind of you're sabotaging what you already had set in motion, what you've already attributed to be your purpose. I feel like there's been highs and lows, and maybe you're not seeing the full picture of what your purpose is going to bring or offer. With the Four of Wands reverse, it's telling me that you've already have an idea of what you want to work towards, or what you feel like is going to give you that sustenance, that fuel. And the Page of Cups in the center of the reading is telling me that you may be kind of daydreaming of having a different purpose, or kind of not committing to what it is that you've already set your goals to. It's almost like it's slipping away from you with this Seven of Swords and this Three of Cups reversed. So this could be because you're focusing on a particular relationship right now, or there's new feelings. Maybe a person is challenging your purpose. Maybe you didn't realize that your goals and what you were working towards and what you thought that you would offer didn't involve like a person as well. Like sometimes our purpose is to be, loved and loving and in relationships and all of that, friendships, family, or partner or whatever. Um, but this is kind of throwing off your long-term plan, so to speak. Maybe it's time to rewrite that plan. I mean, it's a question here of like, are you sabotaging something because you want to humor a relationship, like, or is that relationship actually something that's going to add to your goals, your dreams, and aspirations? And you have to maybe ask yourself that question and pull your head out of the clouds right now, um, and just kind of be more realistic about it, and have like a down to earth conversation as well. All right, that's what I've got for the purpose. Just seems to be that like a person is in your life right now that's kind of challenging your focus, your purpose, and this could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. You're gonna have to decide for yourself. We're gonna move on to the heart chakra, which is all about relationships. What type of energy is the collective dealing with around relationships during this full moon? We have this Two of Wands. We have the Tower and the Two of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And in the center of the reading, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Wow. Some of you may be trying to escape or put a boundary up or remove yourself from one relationship, and as you're doing so, you may be surprised and shocked and unexpecting the fact that another relationship is coming in. So your instincts are kind of telling you right now, like, tap out of one because there's another one. That's not going to fit everybody's story. I just feel like it might be a confirmation for somebody that's already in that process. And you might not be planning to do this. You might be kind of on the edge when it comes to a relationship, like on the fence, I should say. And then, boom, like a tower moment. The Tower card in Two of Cups, it represents a spontaneous attraction, a spontaneous relationship that kind of comes out of perhaps the destruction or disruption of another relationship. Very interesting. All right, let's see what's going on for your throat chakra, which is all about your contributions to society. And let's see what is going on. Some of these categories that I'm associating with the chakras are not like mutually exclusive to each chakra. They're just kind of what I'm feeling today. Feeling like that connection to those chakras, but it doesn't mean like that it's 100% what those chakras represent. The chakras are very much representing a lot of different things, and our lives can be impacted by multiple different categories within a chakra, or vice versa. Lots of chakras can be invested in one category of our life. So not to throw complicated thoughts into the process here, but I just wanted to say that. But I'm talking about the throat chakra and contributions because it requires, like, it's a kind of like of service, similar to your purpose. Requires communication, requires like it's kind of how like you deal with your karma. You know, if you contribute in some way to society, it benefits your karma. And throat chakra is all about karma. So we have the King of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. We have Strength and Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. And in the middle of the reading is the Magician. So it's very clear to me with these cards that what we are contributing is our love, our strength, our compassion, understanding the emotional needs of others and manifesting from that state. You know, getting skillful in that consciousness. Knowing that there's strength in emotional sensitivity and receptivity, in holding space as well. So there's strength in kind of, I want to say like, I'm trying to find the right word for it. Well, there's strength in adapting to people, but there's also strength in like holding people accountable. And like I'm looking at this King of Cups here, and the water's all moving all around the chair, but the chair is not moving, you know? So it's like, how can you be emotionally stable and unmoving in some ways, where your compassion and your strength is unwavering? That's where you're going to manifest your contributions most effectively from, whether you're contributing to a relationship or contributing to a project, a job, or a community in some way, or family. It's like being emotionally strong, compassionate, and finding stability in your own emotions. Okay. So we're kind of looking at the contributions to society as like, how can we kind of be that stable emotional space, you know? Very interesting. I think the last category we'll look at today is spiritual and mindset. So we'll look at mindset first. What is the mindset of the collective right now during this full moon? We've got the Three of Cups. We have Lovers and Queen of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords reversed. We have the King of Swords in Judgment. And the center of the reading is Six of Pentacles. This is all about what we give and the effort we put into our relationships, and realizing we can't expect things to be reciprocated. You can only hope for things to be reciprocated. You can communicate that you need things to be reciprocated. But the mindset here is that, like, you know, perhaps if you give of yourself the way that you want to be treated, that it'll be returned to you. Well, sometimes that doesn't work out. You know, not everybody responds to that. And I think that's where, like, the mindset can shift a little bit, because maybe it's asking you to be a little bit more selective in your relationships, or allowing more allowing things to just be. I'm looking at the flowers in the Queen of Pentacles right now, and she's like a gardener. You know, she likes to garden, And some plants are more needy than others, need more attention, more water, more sun. Some are more delicate. They can't be in the sun too long. Some of them grow past all the others and block the light of some of the plants beneath. And some plants cover the ground quickly and kind of snuff out and strangle the other plants. Like, there's a lot happening in the relationship dynamics that may be on your mind, and people are doing different things. But it's like, how can we get into the role of the gardener where we are maybe just like witnessing what's going on, knowing that if you just contribute in a way that feels like comfortable and practical to you, that the right things will grow in the right way. You can try to edit and prune back and mold something into what you want it to be, but it's its nature that is going to, and the environmental circumstances that are going to determine how those plants grow or those relationships. So there's almost like an element of understanding that everyone's divine and everyone has their own struggles, and everyone is loved by the universe, even if they're not in a certain way. And I don't know if this is going to help you solve your problems or help you with your mindset, so to speak, like, so that you can improve your relationships. I'm not really seeing advice here on how to improve relationships. I'm just seeing a way to like shift your mindset into more of like maybe just a bit more emotionally removed from that, not so invested in the reciprocation. I've talked about this recently with someone I care about, and we were talking about reciprocating in relationships and how one person was feeling like it wasn't unbalanced. And I think that like you can compare apples to oranges, but they're different things all entirely. Like, there's different ways that people contribute to a relationship, so that's one thing that could be like looked at in the mindset. And also there's like traumas and dramas and realizations and limitations within each other's minds that get in the way of giving and receiving in dynamics. So and that's not exactly who that person is per se. I don't know. I feel like this is a very complicated spread, a complicated question, and a complicated answer. But it's something here about like being a witness, being the gardener, instead of a plant that's competing with the other plants. Just kind of witnessing these things around you, witnessing these relationship dynamics, knowing when to give and when not to give, instead of just giving and hoping that it's going to be returned. Obviously, there has to be risks taken. There's risks taken in gardening. Not everything's going to pay off in the garden. Anyway, that's what I'm getting from the mind shift reading. And we will see what's going on for the spiritual aspect of this full moon. Okay. What will the tarot show us for the collective about spiritual energy around this full moon? We have 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the 4 of Cups. And in the center of the reading is the 6 of Cups. collaborations, group efforts, working towards a goal. There's results there. There's results in working together with particular relationships. So I do feel like this full moon is bringing people closer, um, bringing people closer under a common goal, a common banner, a common belief, even. I feel like this full moon is kind of like forcing us to assert or question or just be like, open and accepting and understanding of what our beliefs are around people and how we're supposed to contribute and work towards things in society. It's like you may have a very different belief than another person about a very controversial topic or a political topic or something like that. But and I'm not saying that some, like, clearly there's very compassionate and then uncompassionate, or all encompassing or narrow minded beliefs. Obviously not, the shoe doesn't fit everybody, but I feel like this is saying with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, like, know what it is that you believe in, what you want to work towards, how you want to interact with people, and what you want to create, and start creating. Start being part of that more. Communicate it more, talk about it more, integrate that knowledge more into your life. It's almost like we're seeing people get prepared for a movement here, or prepared for an election, or getting prepared for what it is that they need to commit to. Okay? So spiritually, this is a time of realizing what your truth is in regards to other people and groups of people and how society works. Not saying that everybody who's realizing their truth is realizing a truth that is healthy or beneficial to mankind. Some people are holding on to truths that are just very destructive or harmful to other people. But I just feel like there's realizations around truth and altogether, realizations around truth that ripple through groups of people, categories of people, people who are associated with different things. And like different groups, but we're all together, we're all one group. It's the outspoken, it's the vocal, and often it's the angry that end up getting their beliefs heard and actioned and produced, where the more quiet and silent crowd, needs to step it up. So I think this full moon is going to try to highlight that, like the need to vocalize what you believe in as fair and equal in this society, and to, assert that, communicate it, work towards it, vote for it, advocate for it. And because the people who are angry, the people who are, feeling a certain way about a group of people in a negative way, those people are already vocal. Those people are already pushing their agenda. So I think this Aquarius full moon is kind of like trying to get people to get more active in their beliefs. Anyway, that's what I've got for your reading today. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. All right, I'll see you again soon.